Have you ever looked at your bank balance and thought, where did all my money go? If so, you're not alone. Most of us have been there, staring at our accounts, wondering how a few small purchases added up to a mountain of missing dollars. But here's the truth. Money doesn't disappear. It just flows, either with your control or without it. And the best way to take back control? A budget. Today, we're diving deep into how to create and actually stick to a budget. Even if you've failed before, we'll explore simple budgeting methods, the best tools to make it effortless, how to stay consistent when your income fluctuates, and the common budgeting mistakes that derail most people. So grab a coffee, open your notes app, and let's get started. 1. Why budgeting matters. Let's start with the big question. Why budget at all? A lot of people think budgeting means restriction, like giving up your favorite coffee, cutting streaming services, or saying no to brunch with friends. But that's not what budgeting really is. Budgeting isn't about saying no to your money. It's about giving your money a job. Every dollar you earn has a purpose: to pay bills, to build security, to create joy, to invest in your future. When you don't assign those jobs intentionally, your money gets lazy. It slips away quietly on things you don't even remember buying. A budget gives you freedom, not limits. Freedom to spend confidently because you know exactly what you can afford. Freedom from financial anxiety. Freedom to save for what actually matters to you, not just what's trending on TikTok. 2. Step 1. Know where you stand. Before you can build a budget, you have to know your starting point. This means getting brutally honest about your income and expenses. Start by writing down or listing every source of income. Your main job, side hustles, freelance gigs, anything that brings in money regularly. Next, list every expense. Rent, utilities, groceries, subscriptions, transportation. Everything. Be real with yourself here. Don't write what you think you spend. Write what you actually spend. Check your bank statements, your credit card history, and yes, those Venmo transfers for food that were really late-night pizza runs. Once you have that list, categorize it into essentials and non-essentials. Essentials are what you need to survive: housing, food, bills. Non-essentials are wants: entertainment, eating out, shopping, that monthly impulse Amazon haul. When you see it all laid out, you'll likely have one of two reactions: relief or shock. And either is fine, because now you know your baseline. And knowledge is power. 3. Choosing a budgeting method that fits you. Now that you know your numbers, it's time to choose your budgeting style. There's no one-size-fits-all approach. The right method depends on your personality and lifestyle. Let's go through the 3 most popular ones. The 50-30-20 rule. This one's a classic and great for beginners. It divides your income into 3 simple buckets: 50% for needs, rent, groceries, transportation, bills. 30% for wants, restaurants, hobbies, vacations, fun money. 20% for savings or debt payoff. It's easy, balanced, and flexible. You don't need to track every tiny purchase, as long as your total percentages stay roughly aligned. If you're looking for simplicity, this might be your best starting point. The zero-based budget. This method is for people who want full control and detail. Here's how it works. Every single dollar you earn is assigned a job, until your income minus your expenses equals 0. That doesn't mean you spend everything. It means you plan for everything. You'll have categories like rent, savings, groceries, even fun money. Nothing is left unassigned. The magic of this method is accountability. You'll always know where every dollar goes, and if you overspend in one category, you'll see immediately what you have to cut elsewhere. Apps like YNAB, You Need a Budget, and every dollar are built around this method and make it super intuitive, the envelope method. If you're more tactile or just love a visual system, this one's for you. You take your spending categories, label envelopes with each one, like groceries, entertainment, gas, and put cash into each at the start of the month. Once the envelope is empty, that's it. No more spending in that category. It creates a strong psychological boundary because physically, seeing cash disappear hits differently than swiping a card. These days, you don't have to carry envelopes of cash. Apps like Good Budget and Envelopes replicate the same system digitally. 4. How to adjust when your income fluctuates. Now, not everyone has a steady paycheck. If you're a freelancer, gig worker, or rely on commission, budgeting can feel like trying to catch water in your hands. But it's totally doable with a few tweaks. Start by calculating your average monthly income from the past 6 to 12 months. Then, base your budget on a conservative estimate, maybe 80% of that number. That way, if you have a slower month, you're covered. Next, create a buffer fund, a small savings pool, ideally 1 month's expenses. During high-income months, you'll contribute to this fund. During leaner months, you'll withdraw from it to even things out. It's also smart to separate your personal and business finances if you freelance. Pay yourself a consistent salary from your business income so your personal budget stays stable. Finally, don't skip tracking. When income is unpredictable, clarity is your safety net. 5. How to actually stick to your budget. Creating a budget is easy. Sticking to it, that's where most people struggle. Here's what helps. Automate everything you can. Set up automatic transfers for savings, investments, and bills. If you never see the money, you won't be tempted to spend it. Review weekly, not monthly. Waiting until the end of the month is like checking your car's gas tank after a 500-mile drive. Check in weekly. Make small adjustments before things get off track. Give yourself fun money. A budget with no room for joy is doomed to fail. Allow yourself a set amount of guilt-free spending. Whether it's coffee, takeout, or a night out, it keeps you motivated. Set goals that excite you. Saving for emergencies is important, but saving for something emotional, like a trip, a new car, or a down payment, gives you purpose. Track your progress visually. Use charts, trackers, or even a savings thermometer on your fridge. Watching progress builds momentum. Forgive mistakes quickly. Everyone overspends sometimes. Don't quit, just adjust and move forward. Budgeting is progress, not perfection. 6. Common budgeting mistakes to avoid. Even with the best intentions, people fall into the same traps again and again. Here are a few to watch for. Mistake number 1, being too strict. If your budget feels like punishment, you'll rebel against it. Build flexibility. Mistake number 2, forgetting irregular expenses. Birthdays, annual subscriptions, holidays. They sneak up. Add a small, irregular fund category to spread those costs throughout the year. Mistake number 3, ignoring small leaks. That $4 coffee or $10 subscription doesn't seem like much until you multiply it by 30 days. Mistake number 4, not adjusting as life changes. Budgets aren't static. A raise, a move, a new baby, all require recalibration. Mistake number 5, tracking too late. Budgeting isn't a rear-view mirror. It's a GPS. Don't just look at what happened, look at where you're headed. 7. The mindset shift that makes it all work. Here's a secret. Budgeting is only 20% math and 80% mindset. It's about developing awareness and intention with money. When you start to see your budget as a tool for empowerment rather than restriction, everything changes. You'll find confidence in saying yes to what matters and no to what doesn't. Every dollar you direct becomes a step toward freedom, whether that's paying off debt, building wealth, or simply sleeping better at night knowing you're in control. Take the first step today. So today, I want to challenge you to take one small action. Don't just listen, start. Open your bank app. Look at your spending from the last week. Pick one budgeting method that sounds like it could work for you. Maybe the 50-30-20 rule or the zero-based system. Download one app. Set one goal. Because small steps compound. And before long, you'll look back and realize you've built a life of stability, security, and choice. Remember, budgeting isn't about limiting yourself. It's about designing a financial life that supports the person you want to become. So go ahead, take charge of your money, and make it work for you.